What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. How are we doing, fellas? If you're in here, let me know. It says we have 0 viewers right now. I'm calling cap on YouTube right now. We'll see. We got 4 viewers right now. Everybody that's in here, let me know. Say what's up. Today, we are hopping on here. Strictly business. Going to hop on here. Do some Underdog best ball drafts. I'm telling you guys, I am in hundreds of these drafts. And they're amazing. They're NFL playoff best ball drafts on Underdog. Down below, you guys can see it right here. Underdog, fantasy, best ball, the best platform out there. And I wouldn't push anything to you guys I don't use myself. And I'm addicted to Underdog. I do their contest every primetime game. I do everything. But I'm loving this playoff best ball format where you draft a team and it scores every single round from, round the wild card round through the Super Bowl. So if you draft like the Packers, right, you go Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, get all those really good guys, you don't get their points in week 1, so or the wild card round. So you then have to kind of, structure the rest of your draft to fit the scenario you've created, and it becomes like this moving puzzle as you draft. And it's really fun. You can get in for like anywhere from $5 to $25, and we're gonna be ripping a bunch of these this week. I think I'm gonna try and go live. I want to go live today. We're already live. I want to go live on Thursday, Friday, and then possibly Saturday as well, all the way until playoff best ball is absolutely full. Because I'm having a blast. I want to push it for you guys, make content out of it. Also want to let you guys know, if you want to hop into Underdog with the drafts we're going to do today, down below, use promo code RON on Underdog. We'll get right in there, and they'll match your initial deposit up to $100. So how are we doing? If you're in here, say what's up. Say, good afternoon. Top of the morning, lad. What's up, EG3? I'll put these over here for now. What's up, EG3? What's up, Andrew? Ben R, what's good, brother? Derek, what's up? What's up? Tariq. What's up, my fellas? What's up, Carlton? Am I going to send the link when I start? Here's the thing. I can't do any of these privately. They're all tournaments. So you just got to hop in. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm going to click and get into them. You said your leagues go all the way through the regular season. We meet up and redraft every week for the playoffs. Stat that. That's pretty interesting that you guys go all the way through the playoffs. All right, here we go. So I'm going to switch this around. Again, if you want to hop in with us, it's going to be on Underdog Fantasy. DK3, you want to know how many of these I've done in total? I'll actually pull that up on the screen real quick. As long as you guys promise not to pocket watch and look at how much money is in my account. So drafts completed. 168 so far. I've done 2 gauntlets. I've done 2 gauntlets, 69 mittens, 90 mitten 2s, and 7 mitten 3s so far. Gauntlets at $25 are a little pricey. I wanted to wait till we got more information of who's actually advancing and stuff. So once the mitten 3 fills up, I got to be honest, I doubt they do a mitten 4. So that's when I'll probably fill up on my gauntlet and try and go crazy with that. I don't know if I'm going to put any more money in the account. As you guys can see, we got a little pretty penny. I did decent during the best ball season. So we're going to get into these drafts in a second. Do I have anything else I need to clean up here before we get into this? Any regular season best ball teams did amazing. I got a bunch of tournament teams to make it to the second to last round. Had a blast on best ball. I have pretty much. I think I made a little pretty bit of a profit. I think maybe somewhere in the range of like 10 to 20% ROI. And that's where we at. All right. I don't know why I zoned out there. Let me grab my water. A little messy behind us. Again, fellas, I'm going to hop into drafts. I'm going to count down before I hop in, and we'll all click at the same time. It's going to be on the mitten 3. So if you want to hop in and draft with us, if you're new to Underdog, this is what I needed to do. Okay, hold on. Let me go full screen for a second. Let me go full screen. Just want to drop the link on Twitter, and I want to drop the link to drafting Underdog teams in the live chat, and then we'll be good to go. That's what it was. That's why I was kind of, I don't know. Also, let me know, what do you guys feel about the thumbnail? I feel like I went crazy putting the little gauntlet on Joe Burrow, but all right. So Oh, you can hear me now. All right, so gonna put this in here. Pin this at the top. Then I'm going to also drop the link on Twitter, and then we'll hop in here. Danny, what's good, brother? What's good? You know what we're up to. You know it's time for business. All right, so let me just drop the link to the video. Then, all right, here we go, fellas. I'm going to tweet that out. Then I'm going to show you guys my Underdog screen, and I'm going to count down from 5 before I click in. All right, here we go. Then, all right, that's what I also should have showed you guys, how to actually find the mitten. So what we're going to do here, you go here, should be lobby. You'll see tournaments. Let me put my head up in the corner. EG3, you see tournaments. You see across the screen. So if you go home, right, you go home, you see gauntlet, and then mitten is right here, the mitten 3. So I'm going to hover over it, fellas. EG3, say something, and then, so I'm going to click enter, and then I'll press yes on the deducted, and we're going in. Yeah, Danny, I'll probably hop in maybe like 3 or 4. EG3, let me know when you found it. All right, bet. So I'm going to count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clicking it. All right, we got 3 spots. Said, who's your random player that goes off in the playoffs like Lenny? I'm a big fan of those late round, running back, flyers you can take. Like, I do like Giovanni Bernard. I like Samaje Perine. I'm trying to think who else I got in that conversation. I really like those late running backs. I'm trying to think. I guess you could say Pollard kind of qualifies. EG3, brother, you're in here. EG3 fantasy, let's go, baby. Also, peep the drip. We got whatever this is, the shield. I want to say that's like for 1,000 drafts. What is it? Okay, so it doesn't say anything. And then we got the like Spartan hair coming out the top of the French Bulldog. Y'all know the vibes. Yeah, Elijah Mitchell is nice too, but he's kind of already respected as that. But I mean, I guess he goes at 46. Now, sorry for not reading your question, Carlton, a little farther back. Who is your top 5 for round 5? For me, like my rankings in the first round always comes down to kind of playing how I can, come around the bend and stack somebody. So, like if I'm at the 106, I want a Chief stack. Like if I could guarantee that I could get Mahomes and another player, then Tyreek Hill would be 101 for me. But I like going Cup early just because the Rams are so easy to stack, and Cup will get you out of round 1 almost no problem. You said, where was the link for this draft? These aren't private. They're just public tournaments, so I try and just get everyone to come in at the same time. Because these tournaments, right, if we go to, I didn't even break down what the mitten is, but this is what we're playing, fellas. The mitten 3, playoff best ball. First place gets 15,000, second place 5,000. This is why I like these more than a normal draft, right? So if I just put a private draft in, me, you, and 5 other guys draft, 6 ways, $5. First place only gets like 20-something dollars in that event, right? But if we hop into this tournament, get a nice little team going, then you can really max out your upside. And I felt that, like, you might say, like, why would I want exposure to $15,000? I just kind of want to do something on my own. Here's the thing. If you go out there and you draft a really crazy looking team, which is what I did in the regular season, right? So I went out there, I drafted like Cup, Debo, John. Like, I'm telling you, this is one of the most prettiest regular season teams I've ever drafted. And it was just in a normal league. So I lost out on maybe thousands of dollars because it wasn't in the tournament. It was my highest scoring team. I had tournament teams, but I also had normal teams. Across all of them, this was the highest scoring one. So if your highest scoring team isn't a tournament team, then it really screws with you. Because you want to maximize that upside. So from here on out in best ball, and in best ball, when you can shoot off so many bolts and don't have to set a lineup, I think it makes the most sense to play in tournaments. So it does suck because I can't like connect with you guys as easily without doing private drafts, but I think it's just more fun for everybody. And you attack it with a different mindset where you come into it wanting to really maximize your upside. So we're gonna go Jamar Chase here. And what I do, as you guys can see, like I'll type in the Bengals, right? This is why Underdog's so dope. You can't do this anywhere else. You type in the Bengals, and I'll just go down and highlight players because in these contests, I only really like to have like 4 or 5 teams at the absolute max. I've gone only 2 teams in a draft before and just rattled them off. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? 22 people, only 3 likes. Let's maybe spare the boy a little like. I'm also gonna pull up the playoff odds in a second. I think because we went Chase there, and our next pick is 23. I would love to go Henry and see if we could get AJ Brown to come back to us, but I'm just not going to be greedy and just do this. Look at this guy, Boots, man. Somebody come get this guy. Boots, Boots sent me this Google Drive to like make ownership percentages for your playoff teams. Really, really cool resource. I will just say personally, Boots, it's a little bit much for me. I know Best Ball UK is a sicko. I can't input manually each one of my teams, but I respect the hell out of your guys' grind. So what are we looking at? Okay, so AJ Brown already went. I was actually going to try and see if AJ Brown would come back to us, so that's fine with me. Now, when we're talking about in terms of strategy, what I'm looking at here, I have 2 Mixon, I have 1 Cup. My plan is to either the way that I kind of structure these teams is I want to kind of decide who is a Super Bowl winner by having about 4 of those players from that team. And then I want my rest of the 6 from the other conference. And I'll go, so I'll go like 4 NFC and then maybe 2-2-2 from AFC, right? Like just 2 player stacks. Or you can do 4-4-2, you can do 4-3-3. You kind of just want to mess around with splitting it up like that. Now, who did this guy go with? Dallas. So he's going to want Dallas. I don't see him wanting Stafford. I just want to lock in Higgins really bad. So let's lock in Higgins. Let's hope for Stafford. And if we don't get Stafford, then we'll say screw it and we'll go Burrow and we'll be fine. Oh, I forgot that. Look, fellas, we don't like to shine light on competitors. Oh my God, of course he goes Stafford. Who is this man? Why would you go Stafford there? Look at this guy. For what reason would you go? Can someone let me know? This guy has a shield. Why go Stafford here? All right, so we're gonna lock in Burrow. We've decided the Bengals are our super team. Now let me switch to here for a second. I'm gonna pull up the draft back up in a second, but I want to pull up NFL 538 so we can look up playoff odds. Can we also look at like NFL playoff bracket 2022? Should I fill one of those out for a fun video? I could literally just record that in like half an hour if I wanted to. I don't really want to too badly though. Now the thing is, don't the matchups reseed? Right? Don't the matchups reseed? God damn it. I don't know what I'm looking at. All right, we'll call that's fine. All right, I'll pull this back up. Yeah, Best Ball UK. He can only do DraftKings. But what I was saying is DraftKings doesn't have where you can go here and you can pull up like Bengals and then boom, it gives you all the Bengals that have ever existed, right? So it's just like you can't even look at your ownership percentages after you draft. Dude, DraftKings so far behind in Best Ball. I'm gonna slander these boys' names. If you their playoff Best Ball structure is insanity. They have a 20-round draft from a pool of what, like 14 teams. You like 20-round drafts, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like it's because they don't care enough about best ball. Their developers aren't like they don't want to pump out new code to make like different contests for best ball. They're completely behind. Now I haven't been talking about strategy in terms of this team in particular right here, but we're actually going to go with Zeke. I think that'll be fun because now we decided that we have the Bengals as our championship team, right? So we have Burrow, Mixon, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. That's our 4. Now, I'm down to even go with like 6 Bengals if we want, but then we have to start looking to the other side of the conference, right, of the bracket where we want our NFC side. So now we have Rams and Cowboys. Let's see if we can get a little stack going. Is something wrong with Zeke? That felt like a very weird fall for him. That's also like his ADP is 22. I got him at 35. I know ADP doesn't matter as much as it usually does in these contests, but I still think that you can get pretty unique by getting weird or by just getting a lot of value at ADP. Now, this gets tough. This gets really tough. I think it would be fun. Is like Van Jefferson still around? No. So Van Jefferson went. I think the only appealing running. All right. So we're gonna go with. We're gonna go Boyd. No. We're gonna go Kirk. I hated that. We're gonna go Kirk. So we're gonna just try a traditional 4-2-2, where we go with four Bengals. I kind of hated how this turned out. We're gonna go 4 Bengals. And we're going to go 2 Rams, 2 Cardinals, 2 Cowboys. But we got to really stick the landing here because all of these guys are unstacked. So we have 3 last picks. All of them need to be 1 from each of those NFC teams. All right, bet. That makes sense. If all favorites win, it's Tennessee, Cincinnati, Buffalo, KC, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Green Bay, Los Angeles. The matchups reseed, and so that the 1 seed with the bye then plays lowest second-round seed. Without a doubt, Underdog is miles ahead of DK in best ball. The 20-round thing is wild. Yeah, Underdog just doesn't care. They literally just don't care about best ball. I mean, I guess it makes sense because they just make it from the the sports betting side of things, but it's so far behind in terms of best ball. Team is stacked, bro. Mine team is all right. Top of the night, what's good? How about those Raiders and Steelers stacks? What's up, Lewis? I've been messing around with those, teetering around with those. The thing is, for me, is I do need to get a little bit out of my comfort zone and explore those stacks, but those only really happen when I try and pick the AFC Super Bowl winner because there's so many better offenses on the NFC side. I'd rather go 4 straight from like Chiefs, Bengals, Buffalo Bills, anything like that. And then when I go, so I'll go 4 AFC and then I'll go 6 NFC and I'll try and go with, I love those offenses with Cowboys, Cardinals, Rams. They have a bunch of guys where, you come over to the other side. We're talking like less Super Bowl equity as well. I'll pull up the chart in a second. But in the event where I start with like the Packers or something, I do like to do a little, oh my goodness, do a little Najee, do a little Deontay Johnson. All right. My eyes are literally watering, but this is when we put in the work here. Now, so here's the thing with the Cowboys, I guess. There's really no other Cowboys to stack now. Cedric Wilson went before Tony Pollard. Are you kidding me? That's so weird. All right, so I'm going to go Pollard. I have no other choice in that spot, which sucks. I also don't usually like going with anything more than like 3 running backs max, but I think it makes a lot of sense given how strong our wide receivers are. Wow, so he takes Akers from under us. Dang. I wanted Akers there. A.J. Dillon is still available? Man, AJ Dillon would be fun to put on this team. This is a really, oh, man. Now these guys are making me really think outside of the box here. We're gonna go Ertz. That's the easy choice. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Rams. This is a really weird draft here. I hate this team. I only didn't go Carlton. I only didn't go Connor because at this point with 4 running backs in this contest, like, I mean, I guess Connor did make some sense there. You are speaking correctly. I think I could have gone Connor there. I'll say the reason I didn't. Now you really got me stumped. The reason I didn't is because I was actually hoping to get Akers later. Akers already went, so you're actually... Damn. Oh, because over Pollard? Over Pollard is just because I needed another Cowboy. And I just like... I like their Super Bowl odds a little bit more. But I don't know. This is... I'm going to be honest. I fell apart here at the end. It's not awful. But I did get sniped on some guys I wanted. I need a second Ram. I could have maybe just gone Dillon and not really worry too much about the stacks. Look, first one of the day, fellas. It happens to the best of us. I do think that it would have been in my best interest to not go Ertz there and gone James Conner and then gone with like Higbee as my wide receiver / tight end. So I do think I screwed up there. But I think I'm just going to go Tyler Boyd. This is one of my least favorite teams I've ever made. So let's just throw that one in the trash, fellas. Let's just I don't even want to I don't even really like I don't like what just happened there. I don't even want to speak on what just happened there. Let's just move on. I'm going to put this here. But let's just not even talk about that draft because it wasn't awful, but it just wasn't what I really wanted there. I didn't like that. You said you got to make a playoff bracket. Yeah, maybe I'll do a little video on that. I could definitely run that up. It wouldn't be super hard. The thing is, man, like in terms of like real life, hand in the dirt football, predicting spreads and stuff, like I'm genuinely just not even that good at that. Who's my projected Super Bowl if I'm just like fucking around or whatever? If I look at these playoff projections, let me just put my head up here. I know we're not drafting right now, fellas, but just give me a second. So we have Super Bowl. Oh, I love that we have these odds. I love that they've done this. Make the conference championship, make the Super Bowl. I really care about this more. I really care about making the Super Bowl. Me and you, in terms of this contest, we care more about making the Super Bowl than winning it. We just want to get there. Sorry, I'm struggling to figure out a spot for this, but I'll put it here. All right. So we got Packers 50%, Chiefs 38, 31 for the Titans, 24 for the Bucks. Okay. That sounds about right. That's interesting. I would say, like, it just feels super chalk, but, like, I do... I think the Bills... I do agree, though. I think that, like, pretty much everybody with a 10% and above are guys that I think are legit to win Super Bowl. Like, if it was Bills, Cowboys, I could see it. If you put a gun to my head and asked me today... I don't know. It sounds corny to say Packers Chiefs. I do think it'll be Packers Chiefs, but if not Packers Chiefs, right? If not the Stone Cold chalk, I do like I like Bills Cowboys, and I also do like I don't hate something like Chiefs Rams. I think Chiefs Rams could make sense, but yeah, it's tough. You guys are putting me on the spot here. All right, so I'm gonna hop into this real quick, fellas. All right. Before I'm going to answer some questions or whatever while we're loading into this, but if anybody else wants to draft along with us, we're going to click yes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clicking yes. All right. Yeah, that was a mid-cash hero type team. It happens to the best of us. You decided to do a 49er stack, so my Cowboys lose. I have someone to root for. Yeah, that I love kind of how can I say it? Game stacks are very interesting because you're guaranteeing that half of those players move on, and if it's a shootout, you're benefiting from that in year one or week one. Yeah, started strong, then fell apart. It was bad. It's whatever. Football is played on spreadsheets. Love that. Cowboys beat Tampa Bay in the divisional round. Okay. Predicting football, the game is dumb hard. Who had the Jags beat? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like real football, like betting that against the spread and all that. It's very, very hard. I have a guy that I love. You guys can all look at him. The Conch. He's amazing. I literally am on his Patreon following his algorithms. He's really, really smart. So I'll probably take a look at what his algorithms say, and I probably should have done that. I probably should do that in conjunction with like doing these best ball drafts because I do think that he is really, really sharp. So I would love to see what his model's kind of pumping out with that. I imagine he'll probably have a report on that sometime this week that I'll kind of sift through. Bucks Titans for Derek, Bills Packers for Lewis. Damn, Danny, you're in a different one. Just wish I had gotten Ayuk over Damian Harris. Wow, so this guy goes Kelsey 101. I'm gonna go. All right, let's go. Could we do something fun out of the 102? Let's just go. I know that we just picked Cup, but let's not get too cute. Let's go Cup. Sucks. The last one did kind of just started strong and fell apart, as Carlton said. Now, let me get my face back where it should be. Let me know if this is like a good spot to have it. I think it's decent. Now, as always, you guys know me. Put in Rams in. And then this is important. This is where I would stop. Ben Skowronek, if you want a really nice dart throw with Ben Skowronek, he's not awful in the 10th round. Shout out to Jacob Sanderson, one of the smartest dudes I interact with on Twitter. He had a really good point in his article where the Rams, they don't rotate their wide receivers very deep. They don't rotate any of their skill positions deep. That's why they always have a bell cow running back and why their wide receivers are always so consolidated. So if Van Jefferson, Odell Beckham, or Cooper Kupp go down, Ben Skowronek, like you've probably heard him from a couple primetime games, he will slot right into the lineup and be out there in 3 wide receiver sets and get a decent amount of targets. And then maybe he catches a touchdown, something like that, and all of a sudden you have a guy who can pretty much advance you to the next round without much of an issue. So we have Mahomes still available. We have Rodgers still available. Chase. We went Chase last time. I wouldn't mind doing something with Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown. Frank says Bills-Cowboys would be cool because of the Cowboys-Bills 90 Super Bowl and the Diggs brothers would play against each other. Yeah, that would be really cool. I didn't know the Bills. That's how. Would Brady be fun here? Fournette already went. Does this guy have any incentive? Man, if I could go Brady Gronk, that would be fun. But I decided I'm gonna go. Let's go Henry AJ Brown at the turn. Let's see how that kind of shakes out. How was that with the like the Doug Flutie Bills or whatever? Or was that Doug Flutie or was it Jim Kelly? I'm 20. Anything pre 2000, anything pre Mark Sanchez is gone from my memory. Like that, I'm just too young. All right, so we'll go AJ Brown, and now we'll kind of get a little Titans Rams going. And here's the thing: when you draft enough of these teams, like I've drafted like 168 total, I think. With these teams, you got to just kind of talk. Like even if you strongly in your heart think there's no way the Titans and the Rams meet each other in the Super Bowl, you got to cover your bases. This is a tournament where like something weird is going. Like the guy who won last year is because he had 4 Browns, 4 Buccaneers, and 2 Chiefs, and his last round pick was Fournette. So you got to kind of like, I mean, I want to say Chiefs Buccaneers wasn't really a popular Super Bowl choice last year, right? Who had the bye in the NFC last year? Does anybody remember? Was there 2 byes last year? I can't remember. Missed both, just wrapped up a live draft, so get in the next one. 16 live drafts this week. Shit don't stop. Love to see it. Skowronek is that Woods guy for the Rams. I remember he was in some of my spreadsheets when I was doing prospect evaluation. Now I will say here, I will risk it for the biscuit and try to go Mixon if he falls to us at this spot. If we can go. Oh, come on. Let us get Mixon. That would be fun. These rooms have been kind of weird. So you're not going to take. So we're again going to risk the turn taking Matthew Stafford, and I'm fine. Do it. I wish you would, brother. Or actually, does it make sense for us to do this? It does. It does. It does. We need if we're selecting the Rams as our Super Bowl team, then we need some AFC stacks. So I'm down to get Bengals going here. Boyd, Uzoma, P. Ryan, and that's the farthest I'll go. So they go Prescott. No way GMHD goes Stafford, and then boom. Now we're locked into the Rams. Boys versus Packs show. Titans versus Chiefs. Chiefs versus Boys. Boys win chips. Or Boys win chip. Oh, those are like your three. Or no? Oh, you're saying that's the two championships. Okay. I don't hate that, like your Final Four or whatever. Man. Said, haha, Doug Flutie, he was playing for Boston College then. Okay, fine. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, I know about the 4 straight Super Bowl losses. Isn't there a, there's a 30 for 30 on them. Jim Kelly, that's who it was. Thurman Thomas. I know Thurman Thomas. Dude, here's the funniest thing, guys. Because I'm 20, I don't know, like, fringe dudes like that, guys, like, obviously, like, I know who Barry Sanders and Walter Payton and, like, the greatest of the greats, but, like, guys like Thurman Thomas and Andre Reed, I really only know from Madden Ultimate Team. All right, so our Rams, man, so our Rams, our Titans, and our Bengals are all pretty dry here. We can probably go for one more AFC stack. I'm going to say we're almost chilling at running back. I think we're going to aim for Akers. Do we go Damian Harris, Connor? Could go Gabe Davis. Let's actually just lock in. Let's just lock in Van Jefferson and Tyler Boyd. Van Jefferson is really important, and so is Tyler Boyd. So we'll lock those guys in because I don't want to go with 2 Cincinnati Bengals running backs. I don't want CJ Uzoma. And when we're talking about the Rams, I want 4 Rams. So we already want Cam Akers here. I don't want Tyler Higbee or Skowronek. I'd rather go Van Jefferson. So we'll find another. Maybe this will be the team where we fuck around with a Steelers or a Raiders stack. Maybe could do a little Raiders game stack against the Mixon and Boyd. CFL great. Doug Flutie played in the CFL. Mark Sanchez, Joe Flacco, and Jake Plummer. Is his name actually Jake Plummer, or is that just a bit? Because if you said, I feel like I remember a Jake Palmer. What am I thinking? Jake Plummer. Dude, I will say this till the day I die, bro. But those 2 Sanchez teams that went back to back, you give that Jets team either like Joe Flacco or Eli Manning or a Matt Ryan, and we win. We have 2 rings right now. I put that on everything. This guy, fucking Mark Sanchez. We went into Foxborough and beat Tom Brady with Mark Sanchez, bro. If you don't think that we could have won 1 or 2 more games in that playoff run with a little bit of a core, and I'm not asking for Peyton Manning. I'm not asking for Tom Brady. Give me Tony Romo, Danny. Give me Tony Romo on that team, and we win a Super Bowl. Give me Tony Romo, Matt Ryan, Eli Manning. Just one of those. Give me Kirk Cousins. You think? All right. So I'm kind of exaggerating with that, but I mean, let me know, fellas. You give me Kirk Cousins. Are we winning it all in 2009, 2010? Am I just talking? I might just be talking my ass. All right, so we're going to go Akers here. We're completing our Ram stack. And I think we're going to try and go for another AFC stack here. So I'm either going to try and go Najee Deontay. Let's go. No, I don't want another running back, really. I'd actually rather 2 pass catchers. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Let's see if we can do Renfro Waller. Like, I think that would be really fun. Let's go Renfro Waller. Let's see if we can make that happen. As long as nobody else, I mean, you guys are in here with me. You guys could easily snipe me, but whatever. Saints 2 seed played Chicago. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Saints had the infamous Nickelodeon game. Just grab my Mahomes, Kelsey, and Brady in another mint and just be different. Love to see it. You know, Bad Moon Rising? No. You're sleeping on Singletary. Everybody is. He's been balling on one of the best teams. So much potential. Hey, brother. Don't make me look up my Devin Singletary. After this game, we'll look at my Devin Singletary. Ownership percentage. And you'll tell me who's low on Devin Singletary, because I got plenty, brother. I got plenty. Said 07 Romo got robbed. That's too early for me. Again, anything before Sanchez. What do you mean, Derek? I liked Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan was a fucking, he was the man. He's my favorite coach the Jets have ever had. Well, that I've been alive, that I've like remembered. What was wrong with Rex Ryan? I think Rex Ryan could do what like a I don't know. I think maybe I'm just gassing him up a little bit, but I think he could do something similar to like who's a defensive coach out there, or even kind of like a Vrabel. He could kind of be like a Vrabel or a Staley. He was fun. I could even see. Here's the thing. I think a lot of you guys are gonna push back on what I'm about to say here, and that's completely fine. But I think if Rex Ryan was a little bit older or a little bit younger, I could have seen him like Rex Ryan in present day probably is a lot more aggressive on fourth downs. Like he's the type of guy that doesn't care at all. Maybe I'm just talking my ass there, though. All right, so let me actually see my exposure real quick. Let's see what Devin Singletary's at. I have quite a bit of Devin Singletary, brother. Yeah, he's my 1, 2, 3, 4. He's my 5th most owned running back. All right. So whoever said that, what was that? Carlton Evans. I'm not sleeping on Devin Singletary, as you can see right here. The man, the myth, the legend. I know Eckler's down here, but just don't even read into it. All right, let's hop into another one of these real quick. All right, I'm gonna hover. We're gonna hop in here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You also like Harris Deontay for a one-off? Who won Super Bowl those years? I forget if it was the shitty Steelers teams that weren't really that good, or those. No, it was the Drew Brees versus Peyton Manning. So it was Drew Brees won one of them, and it was Big Ben versus Aaron Rodgers. Big Ben won that one. It was Steelers and Saints those 2 years. Singletary's been doing it against awful teams. Yeah, he's been kind of garbage. But I've just been drafting a ton of him. I will say, man, if you guys are out there, if you get a Bill stack and you can't get Singletary because his ADP has been kind of ridiculous recently. What is it? Yeah, once it gets sub 20, guys, that becomes tough for me. But Zach Moss, look, guys, Zach Moss, you can say he's shitty or whatever, but Singletary isn't like an amazing running back, and Zach Moss has been serviceable. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Like, I don't know who asked in the beginning who is like this year's Fournette. I could easily see it being Moss. Not because Moss is like amazing or anything, but because high scoring offense, and the Bills don't really have a ton of like it was. Remember, Zach Moss gets healthy scratched. It's Singletary for a little bit. Then it's Moss. Then it's Matt Breida. Then it's Singletary, and that's where we're at now. We could easily go back to the cycle where it's Zach Moss, you know? But if sleeping on Akers, you hate to see it. We just took Akers, Boots. We just took him. I'm getting there with Akers. What stats did Akers put up this week? I feel like, let me put my face back where it belongs. The only thing Rex Ryan was good for was let's go eat a goddamn snack line. Come on. Dude, Rex Ryan, maybe I forget it differently because remember, I wasn't a massive football fan at that time. I was like a kid. Can we go with a Tom Brady stack here if we wanted to? We can. Do a Brady stack or... Yeah, I think a Brady stack is the only thing that really makes sense here, so we'll just do that. We'll go Brady and Evans. A little something different. So Cup is pick 1. Who's your 2 to 4? Okay, bet I'm all over him in the playoffs. He's been playing clean. Cup is number one because it becomes really easy to stack him with like Stafford, Sony Michel, all those guys. No one's gonna pick him a ton in your leagues. I'd also say Devontae Adams in that same conversation. I would say Cup and Devontae Adams at the top for sure. Then I would even say I really like the Chiefs too, right? So Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are both really good. The problem is it becomes really hard to pair them with Pat Mahomes. So I would even say, targets I like, again, would be Cup, Devontae Adams. I also like Diggs a lot because you can get him with Josh Allen pretty easily. And the Bills have a ton of those, ancillary pieces that are really interesting, like Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Singletary, Zach Moss, Dawson Knox. You can even get as deep as like Emmanuel Sanders, Isaiah McKenzie, Breda if you want to get degenerate. You said, bro, I never get in the same one. Yeah, Danny, we haven't linked up on one of these yet. It's tough, dude. These are filling so quick. It's tough. Moss can run hot. Yeah, exactly. I love, I get I get that he isn't amazing. But I think there's just a world out there. You said you jumped in 3 times and missed. Yeah, these are filling up quick. Interested in which Bucks wide receiver you get after Evans? Dude, if I'm being honest, let's actually pull this up real quick because I should have done this a while ago. But Gronk, Tyler Johnson, didn't Cyril, whatever his name is, just get hurt? If I'm being honest with you guys, so Cyril Grayson, didn't he? So he makes. I could have sworn he just got hurt. But if I'm being honest with you, after Evans, it's Gronk. I'm really not super interested in either of these guys at their price. Like at this, once we get here, I think I would just prefer Cameron Brate. I don't know if that's the wrong move. And of course, Leonard Fournette and Gronk go. So now we just have two. Now we just have Brady and Evans, and I don't really want to go 4 deep on that team. Could go AJ Brown, Derrick Henry again. Let's do that. Let's go Derrick Henry, AJ Brown again. If they're just going to be right there, why not? So now we have some Titans and some Buccaneers vibes going. I also don't hate the idea. Oh, this is actually amazing. Because Titans have that first round bye, we could go with Tannehill. He has the bye. And we could go with Julio. That's our playoff teams. Or that's our AFC side. And then we can go Buccaneers. We'll probably just stop at $2. And then we can go like 4 deep of another NFC team. We can go 2-2. Something fun like that. Hill cross stack to Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I guess Hill is fun if you can go. You can still make things fun with Hill, especially with the Chiefs when Clyde or Darrell Williams should be pretty cheap. Same with Byron Pringle. Yeah, I actually was gonna say that I like Perriman the most out of those 3. I think out of Tyler and I like Tyler Johnson coming out. He just hasn't been really anything special. I would just rather Cameron Brate for the touchdown upside, and we've seen him kind of get hot. Danny, you said you like Grayson. I don't feel super strongly. I try and mix it around with those guys is what I'll say. All right, so now we have our AFC stacked locked all the way in. We're gonna build around the Titans. We need an NFC stack here. So we could go Rams. It seems like we could go Rams. How late does Kittle go? 44. We could go. So I actually really like the idea of we could go Rams. The problem is we don't have. So we're going to get Titans really late. We have all the Bucks I could possibly want. I'm not super interested in any more Bucks. Let's go Odell. We're going to absolutely light this man's dreams on fire with Odell. And then we could just start up another NFC stack and go with so KC, Buffalo. Could go with Kittle. We could go with Dallas or Kittle. We could go with a game stack with the Rams, Cardinals. Let's go Dalton Schultz. Let's go Cowboys. Damn, I don't like that at all. I think I might have screwed up there. I don't love the Cowboys options this late, but I don't hate Pollard and Cedric Wilson. I think that we probably could have gone with, instead we could have gone like James Conner, Christian Kirk. We should have probably done James Conner, and then we could have gone like Christian Kirk or Zach Ertz later. I gotta be better at, like, I've been really sleeping on the Cardinals. I think that they are probably my least owned, like, stack of this entire thing. So that was bad. But it's fine. All right, let me get my Cowboys into the queue, and then I'll... Jeez, I was just rambling to the point where... And I've already put them in the queue. Everyone's sleeping on Foreman. Don't really know if Derrick Henry is healthy, and if you grab some Titans and you miss out on Henry. Yeah, that's not bad. You think the Bills win if they play the Chiefs second round? You think the Bills win if they play the Chiefs second round unless the Steelers win? Do you think the Steelers then beat the Bills? This is such a dope way to draft. Yeah, I absolutely love this format. It's like solving a puzzle in real time. So you have so many Grayson shares, like Cyril Grayson. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I'll be unbearable. Danny, here's the thing, man. I both want to see the Cowboys win and lose for your sake. I think it would be very funny if they lost. I think it would be very, very funny if they lose in the first round. It'd be very funny. But if they do make a run, I would like to see it. I would like to see it because, one, the Cowboys, like, as much as people hate the Cowboys, they haven't been good in forever, which is like kind of a slight to you, Danny. But the Rams are what I need to bring up. So Van Jefferson, Akers, Higbee, Skowronek. Now here's the thing: we have like 4 more picks. We're gonna go with Tannehill for sure. Julio here. I think this needs to be Akers. It needs to be Pollard. So Akers, Pollard, Tannehill, Julio are our last picks here. If we can get that to go. Right? I think I'm thinking, oh, Pollard goes? You're kidding, man. You're kidding. Is Cedric Wilson still available? You're going to make me take Cedric Wilson in the 8th round? So we have to go... All right. So we have to go Akers and Cedric Wilson. I can't imagine anybody wanting Tannehill between now and our next pick if I have both A.J. Brown and what's his name. We could get screwed on that, and if it does, we'll pivot from there. But now we have 2 Dallas. We have our 2 Rams. No, this is not good. We've screwed up. We don't have enough firepower at running back, guys. I've screwed up here. Huh. Because I guess we'll just go with 3 Titans. Here's the thing, fellas. Here's the thing. Everyone needs to lock in for a second. I hate this team that I've drafted here. I wish so bad I went with the Cowboys stack with Dalton Schultz. I should have for sure have gone just James Conner, and then this could have been Christian Kirk. And then it could have been James Conner, and we could have had Cam Akers there, and everything would be fine. Damn it. Damn, man. That sucks. Sucks. So now I think we're going to actually let's just pass on Tannehill. We're going to need to get some running back firepower. We'll go 3 deep with our Tennessee stack. This is ugly. This is ugly, guys. I'm just going to be straight up with everybody. So we have 2 more picks. This is a first round cashing type team. Man, oh man. I think this actually needs to be, man, yeah, that Schultz pick screwed me up. I think we go James Conner. Let's go James Conner. Let's just go James Conner, and we will go Julio. That's what we'll do. It doesn't feel great. This is one of the worst teams I've ever drafted, but That's just what has to happen. We have enough running back firepower to make it through round 1. We have a lot of receiving options. And I guess our dream scenario is a Titans Super Bowl against one of the NFC teams, but we don't have a ton of championship equity. So this team is actually pretty trash. It's three Titans, and then 2 of everything else? No. Say 3, 2, 5, 2, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, it's a 3-2-2-2-1, which is just weird. All right, let's just erase that. I wish that was a simple mistake where I should have just gone James Conner. You were saying I should have just gone Najee Deontay to try and hit the cash. That probably wasn't a bad idea. Najee just went. All right, so we'll go into another one here. I'll give you guys a little 5-second countdown. I really want to get one that I feel really proud of. All right, here we go. I'm going to click this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Dang it, man. All right, I mean, there's 3 spots available. This one will be better. That one needed to be Connor and Kirk instead of Dalton Schultz and Cedric Wilson. Damn, I don't recognize any of these guys, sadly. All right, so we have the 101 again. I don't want to take Cup for like the 19th time, so I think we might. Actually, I might just take Cup. Let me know. Should I? I do go back and forth on this idea because I remember in best ball season, in the offseason, it was like if you have like the 103, maybe you switch it up and instead of going, with like your Saquon or your Derrick Henry, you go with, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. Is there a version of that in playoff best ball? Like, should I go, Travis Kelce at the 101 and, like fuck around and kind of see what that brings me? What do you guys think of that? Like, I could go Kelce. I won't get Mahomes to fall back to me, but it'll put me in this weird spot. What do we think? Like, I wouldn't mind just fucking around and going Kelce. I could even go Diggs and like hope that Allen makes it back to me. Then there's a chance that Allen could actually make it there. Just because I've gone Cup a bunch of times. God damn it. I've decided we're going Diggs. Let's go Diggs. I know that looks really weird. Fellas. I know that looks really weird. I just would like to see what happens. Probably should have been Kelce if I wanted to get weird, but it's fine. Just want to see what happens. Yeah, Boots hit him with the 80. All the Eagles, all the best ball, truthers and grinders tell you ADP doesn't matter. I think my most owned player right now is Cooper Kupp. So I just wanted to try something a little different. We'll see if we'll take a look and see if Josh Allen makes it back to us. If he does, we'll take him. If he doesn't, we won't. You like the dude. We saw that one team where Eagles put together an absolutely insane Bills stack with the Cowboys on the other side. Or I think he just went like straight up like 5-5 or like 6-4, which I think would be fun. I would be down to do something like that. And Josh Allen goes. Okay. So now what? Could go CeeDee Lamb, like you said. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to go Lamb, and we'll go with like a Cowboy Super Bowl. And I think we could even go if Jamar Chase makes it to us. Damn, so Chase goes. Fuck. Huh. Could go. No, I don't want to go Aaron Jones. I definitely want to go CD. CD is going to be the pick here. But after that, let's go CD. We're going to go CD. And then I think I might go Derrick Henry. A.J. Brown won't come back to us, though. That's the only problem. Aaron Jones, Mixon. I kind of don't mind Mixon and then hoping for T. Higgins on the way back. What do we think about that? But there's no way Cooper makes it back? All right. Let's actually go Cooper. I'm down to go Coop. All right. That's fun. I agree with you, Danny. I don't think the risk reward was there. If Chase was there, I would have done Chase. All right, so we'll go Dak, Schultz, Pollard. I'll even go, dude. Cedric Wilson is a really, really fun late flyer. Like he's strong. Also, Boots. I remember reading something about, you said like the wide receiver 2 from the Bills. Were you referencing Cole Beasley there? Man, Singletary's going early. I mean, I guess he got his Josh Allen. I guess that's an interesting idea. If you get Josh Allen but miss out on a Diggs stack, I guess personally I don't see the appeal of going with a Bill stack without getting Stephon Diggs in there. I guess I kind of see it because there is so many. You know, I guess there's so many options. All right, so we went with our Dallas and then let me queue up our Bills. Please don't snipe our Dak. All right, so he goes Derrick Henry. We'll take our Dak. This is what I like to do. If I have a pick for sure locked in, I try and think on the clock for a little bit. So we have 25. We're at pick 25. Dawson Knox, Dalton Schultz. I think it would be fun to. So we'll definitely go Dak here. And then we want to get something else going here as well, I think. Is there no Debo? So Debo's already gone, which really sucks. All right. Then I think in that, because I wanted to get a little game stack going with the Cowboys, but I think oh man, I don't want to. Damn, let's go OBJ. I'm down to add Rams into the mix and go for like a 4-4-2. That could work. Let's do that. So if Stafford's there on the next pick, I think that could just be a little fun. Higbee and Skowronek. I'm not really. What do we think about Darrell Henderson? If Zeke was there, I would have gone Dak Zeke. Without Zeke being there, that kind of screwed me up a little bit. I could have gone Knox. It felt early for Knox, man. I know Knox just went here. Fine, okay. So now I look like an idiot because I should have just gone Knox. But I feel a little bit whack picking Dawson Knox that early as a tight end in a wide receiver tight end category. It's very hard. It's very hard for me to want to draft these tight ends that high, unless if they're like an elite tight end. So Michelle already goes, so that sucks. But that does put us into, a position for like Akers later. That's kind of what I want. We'll go with like Akers at running back. We could go with even like we could get kind of weird at 0 RB with this team. Yeah, we were going to be really weak at running back now that I actually look at this. But I'm down for it. If we could go Schultz Davis back to back and nobody could screw us up here, that would be best case scenario. This guy has a lot of Green Bay. Maybe you should stick with that. Maybe you should go with a Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Okay. I'm thinking I could get Pollard to even come back to me after that. I almost want to go Dalton Schultz, Gabriel Davis. How many Cowboys? Oh, so actually never mind, you're right. I only need 4 Cowboys. Or no, that's not true. So Davis is for sure the pick. You're saying Pollard. I kind of want to get kind of risky on Pollard. So, I mean, Pollard's ADP is like 47. Could make it back. Let's go Schultz. Let's go Schultz, see what happens. So we'll go Schultz and Davis. Running back could get very ugly here. But we now have 4 Dallas. We have 2 Bills, 4 Dallas, and 1 Ram. So I'm trying to think now. So we could go with something like a 5-3-2. Yeah, we're still completely fine here. We probably now want the rest of our picks to be running backs, if I'm being quite honest with everybody. Now, it would be a little bit risky. I think that we're probably going to end up with, we'll see how things turn out, but we could for sure end up with literally Akers. We could literally end up with Akers, Pollard, Zach Moss, and that could literally be that's some pretty hardcore zero RB, but I think that could be really fun. We'll just kind of see what that looks like. Now we just pray that Pollard makes it back to us. So we have Pollard, put Zach Moss up here. We'll put Akers up here. All right. We just need Pollard to fall one more pick. Oh, I've had my thing up there the entire time. I've wanted it here. Oh, come on. Just praying. All right, there we go. So now we'll rattle off Pollard and Akers. And then we will just hope that Zach Moss makes it back to us. And if he doesn't, then we'll just pivot to something else. Because now we have, I believe, 5 Cowboys, 2 Rams, and then we'll go for, our third Buffalo team. If not, we could always do a 5-2-2 and then just like a 1. And we could just, from the AFC side, mess around with a Najee or a Josh Jacobs. But we'll kind of see how that comes. What do we think, fellas? Boots and Danny, you think we go Najee Harris, Josh Jacobs, or Zach Moss here? I don't know if I should preserve the stack with Zach Moss or if I should just go with a one-off running back here just to advance. I don't know. Said RBs aren't real. Don't worry about it. RBs are a fairy tale. RBs are pretty much government propaganda. Why do I like Akers so much? Because he's a god. But I think he just has a lot of upside, man. He comes back from injury. Looks like he's pretty much ready to go. I really don't have a ton of faith. Like, Sony Michel is cool, but that's a very fragile running back in terms of just, his like role security, job security, all that, kind of like in the offseason of like a dead zone running back. Damn, so he went Najee anyways. All right, we're going to go Moss. Let's go Moss. That's a team I'm much prouder of. It's a very weird-looking team, but I don't hate it. Our 3 running backs are Pollard, Akers, and Zach Moss, boys. Remember, it's best ball. We literally just have to string one running back week from them, and we're good to go. Diggs, Lamb, Cooper, Odell Beckham, Gabriel Davis, and Schultz in the flex is going to be absolute fun. But, yeah. All right, so I love that team. It's now, like 10:08 p.m.? All right, so I'm going to hop off, fellas. Put myself in full screen again. For any of you guys out there, I'm telling you, this is going to be like this next week up until Saturday is pretty much almost like it's super refreshing to me because it's like, we're talking draft strategy about playoff best ball. You draft and you play for the next 4 weeks. It's almost like a mini fantasy football season, right? And we're kind of preparing for it, with this 1 week all crammed in. So it's super fun. I'm going to be doing literally all the drafts in the world. We're going to stream probably 2 to 3 more times this week doing these best ball drafts. So make sure, if you're not already on Underdog, you sign up with my code RON on Underdog. When you deposit, you can get a match of up to $100 on that deposit. Now, if I was you guys, I would put $100 in, get $100 back, and now you only have to pay for 50% of your buy-ins. You can throw them all into the tournament, and that's what? 5 is 200 divided by 5 is what? 20? Or am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. 40? 40 times 5 is 200? You could do... I think so. Regardless, though. You guys get what I'm saying. Do a bunch of mittens, do a bunch of gauntlets, all that good stuff. I'm telling you guys, hop into these because it's going to be really fun to have, the ability to watch these games, a little bit of stake in there. You can have, if you advance to that final round in the Super Bowl and you're live and you're live for thousands of dollars, it's going to be a really fun time. So I'm hoping that, we see some better, or we saw a really good profit this week from best ball regardless. So I think it's going to be fun to see kind of how this transfers into best ball in the playoffs. As always, fellas, love you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you check out the Underdog link. It's in the live chats in the description. It'll be all that good stuff. Make sure you get in on Underdog before the playoff best ball, series kind of closes, because then after that, it's not a huge promo for football for a while. So as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.